and the support side. So let's go and try some of this, because I think, am I doing on time? Yes, I'm getting low. So this is just running on my laptop locally here. You'll see, hopefully I've got to have it in the buffer. Save my poor typing. Anyone knows if you're doing this live in front of people, you can never type properly. So I'm just running LXD. I'm running actually 1604 development branch on my laptop here, which has LXD natively installed. 1604 is our next release, which comes out April 21st. Mark your diaries. So I'm just running LXD on here to be able to run some Docker containers, LXD containers. You can see all of that. So all of that, and it. Oh.
Reset.
There we go. I can always switch to the other.
Would Murphy please leave the room?
No, we're fine. We're fine. So if you do LXC space show, you can see list. There we go. No containers running. So if I go and create one, and again, let's do this the easy way. No. Okay. LXC create Ubuntu demo. Thank you. -nl. So in moments like these is when you move to the slide, right? That allows you to be able to copy and paste. There we go. Because when you get the command wrong, because there's 80 people staring at you. Demo.nl. There we go. So this is creating a container. It's doing that using the Ubuntu image. It happened, whatever that was, a couple of seconds now. So if I scroll back through my buffer, so I should have, now I have an Ubuntu container running, so I can do there we go. So we can see the configuration of that. I did rehearse this earlier on, so hence it is in my buffer. And you see we can then go and run a command. In fact, that's interesting. This is actually running on ZFS, right? Anybody know and love ZFS? Yeah, right. So ZFS coming in 1604. The reason that we're shipping that with 1604 is it makes running containers ZFS, yes, the zettabyte file system. It makes it really, really fast. Hence, we were able to do that very, very quickly. So you can see I've got this Z pool or Z pool here running locally on my machine. But anyway, let's go back to the pieces I wanted to show you. Go back there. I'll cut and paste it from here. I think it's going to be easier. I'm much less likely to mess it up. So if I go and copy that, except I'll update. No, I called it something different. Why did I do that? I was stupid. So running an update inside the container. So this is updating the container that I've just created. So well, it's not updating, it's actually just getting a list to see if there's any updates there. I'm using the same Wi-Fi. Everyone stop using Wi-Fi, please, because it will speed the demo up. Yeah, so as you can see, it's a trusty image. It's a 1404 image, right? So I'm running a 1404 container, base container, on a 1604 server. Oh dear, that is unfortunately slow, isn't it? Has anyone tried LXD? No? Gentleman in the Juju t-shirt. Good stuff. Good. So so update, and I can go and do this thing. Upgrade. In fact, I'll just do disk dash. Upgrade. So all I'm doing is just applying updates to this container. Why do I want to do that? Because I want to then snapshot it to show you how you could snapshot a container. Then I'll do something rude to it, like break it, and then I'll restore the snapshot. And cross my fingers, that should all work happily. Let's go and get that. Oh, actually, first I can go and do that. Run sysbench. This is quite interesting. So what I'm doing right now is installing something called sysbench. Sysbench is a benchmarking tool, just allows you very simply to be able to run some different tests. So if I will go and run this, and just to benchmark the CPU. And why am I going to do that? Is to show you the difference between running it in a container and running it natively. This takes about 25 seconds to run.
NL.
Thank you. And oh, there we go. Good, people are paying attention. There we go, working. If you have a look at my the monitor, you'll just see the CPU pegging out around 100% there, or certainly one of them. It'll rotate through them, I think. This is a fairly old laptop, so it takes a few seconds. This is the Lenovo. So, but if I go just bring up a straight terminal here, if I do no, see, I'm trying to guess it, and now I shall just go and run it on my laptop straight away. Run the exact same command. Thankfully there's that, right? So you can always do that. So previously it took, what was it? 30 seconds to run in the container. 30 seconds, 0.426. You're probably wondering, what is the point of this? And what I'm trying to show you is that the CPU performance of running in a container versus running natively outside a container should be exactly the same, or within a few hundredths of a second, right, in terms of the CPU benchmarking. Yes, that was within 7/100ths of a second, right, to run that, which you could easily put down. So performance running in an LXD container is about as close to native running just straight in the shell as you'll get, right? It's because it's sharing the same kernel space, the same memory space. You probably know all this anyway. It's slower on my machine. It's because I've got things in the background that may be polling and doing stuff. It's quite possible, right? So it's not an exact science running sysbench, but there we go. So that was the first thing that I wanted to show you. The other thing that we can do, if I get the right piece to copy, will be, we'll not do that. I can happily do that if people want to see it afterwards. Yes, it will be this, right? So let's go and snapshot it. Ooh, I didn't do that yet. Yes, that was right. Don't do this at home. Well, you can do it if you wish. But so I'll just go and you can read the command line, right? So I'm just going to go and remove /user partition from that container, which is generally a bad thing. Don't do that. So then if I, let's see, exec demo dash nl dash dash bash, give me some errors, right? Bad thing to do. So the thing I can do is LXC restore. In fact, let me just go and copy it. It's, oh no, it's all right. Restore demo dash nl. Where is it? Upgraded. And run the same thing. Hooray! It works, right? So all I've done is snapshot a container, broken it, restored it. That happened, what, within a second, right? It's very, very quick. Partly because I'm running on ZFS, partly because it's just fast anyway. Moral of the story there, run LXD and ZFS, it's fast. Finally, the other thing I wanted to show you was what's the relevance to OpenStack here. Well here, everyone recognize this? This is Horizon, it's got the Ubuntu coloring on it, but it is, for all intents and purposes, Horizon that you know and love. Right. And so, you can see, obviously, a number of instances, number of CPUs. This is running in a lab over in Boston, actually, so there will be a little bit of latency. There's some things I wanted to show you. We've got a number of different instances here. Yeah, no, it's not Ubuntu. That's the... Admin would be a good guess, actually, but no, it wasn't. So, so there we go. So yes, I have a number of instances running. You can see that they are running in different zones here, but you'll see some of this just kind of testing what's going on there. So if we go and look in the admin section, hypervisors, we've got this cloud set up. We've only got one availability zone. It's relatively small. We've only got a few hosts running in it, but we have set up as a set of hypervisors LXD. Right. And we've written something called Nova LXD, which is a driver. It's a Nova plugin that allows you to be able to specify hosts within your environment that use LXD as a hypervisor, such that when you launch a workload, it will launch it in a container as an LXD container today in your OpenStack environment. Try and prove that. Again, I'll have to cross my fingers. But, oh, I need to go into the project, sorry, and get on instances here. How am I doing for time? Okay. I got thumbs up. I think I'm good for a moment. I'll get the hook in a minute. So go and launch an instance. Here, again, you know and love this, so we'll just call this NL. Let's go and choose a nice small instance count. We're going to select it from an image. What image do we have? Let's do a trusty disk image, nice. Easy. Let's go and do a network, of course, so let's go and add that in too. Let's see that launch. Okay, whilst that's running, that may take a second to go. The other thing, oh, I'm going to have a timeout here, I bet, to... Yes, I will. So the other thing I want to show you, and this is a different instance of OpenStack, but you'll see, again, Horizon that you know and love, but at the bottom here you'll see this little tab, this little icon here called Juju. Anyone heard of Juju, other than me mentioning it earlier on? Okay, good. So there are many different ways to launch applications in OpenStack, right? You can launch them from Horizon, you can use different orchestration technologies, you could use the API if you're tough. But what we've done is embedded Juju into the environment here. So it allows you to be able to, if it connects, oh, okay. May have some network challenges. So we'll see. So, all right, I'll bail on that because I'm out of time. I think near enough. But that should have pulled up the Juju GUI. It's possibly because I've It uses as a certificate that you need to do. Let's try that one. But anyway, I'll get it working and you can come and have a look and I'll show you outside. But it shows you that Juju GUI allows you to be able to deploy different applications and application architectures straight within OpenStack and straight from within Horizon. So, anybody have any questions before I get kicked off? Yes, sir.
I saw before that as a dependency for the LXD, we have CREU. It's a project for live migration.
Correct, yeah.
That means that and the new LXC container, the 2.0, will be you will be able to do live migration for a container.
That's correct.
And that will be implemented also in the Nova LXD. So you
Not yet.
Not yet.
No, not yet. Yes. So CREU is going to be there. CREU is definitely going to be in 1604. You will be able to live migrate a container. It's still fairly new, so I wouldn't run the stock exchange on it just yet. But yes, absolutely. It's not in Nova LXD. Actually, the bare capability will be in Nova LXD, but it's not going to be exposed just yet. So you could probably use it with some hacking. But yes, but that's absolutely the goal, to be able to live migrate a container, an LXC container.
Cool. Thanks.
I also have a question. So earlier when you started the instance, you selected an image file.
Yeah.
So how do you specify whether that image should be spun up on a KVM hypervisor versus LXD hypervisor?
So that's going to be down to the flavor, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So you can have, I forget the terminology, but you can have a specific attribute on the flavor, right? In this case, well, it failed, so I don't think it. I'll try again just whilst we're chatting. But in this case, it's possibly down to the available resources. So if we go and look at our hosts, actually, only one of them has, all of them are maxed out with the CPU apart from one, so it should push it onto that. But yes, you can do it as an additional attribute on the flavor.
Okay, and maybe a follow-up question. Is OpenStack Nova LXD part of upstream OpenStack?
It is not yet.
When will it be?
When it be? We are working through that right now, so hopefully this year.
Okay.
Good. Any other questions at all? Well, thank you very much.
Thanks.